Hi, I'm Luke Korum with the Puyallup Sumner Chamber of Commerce. I'm with Marty Campbell, who's running for Pierce County Council Position 5. Hi, Marty.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
I have a few questions for you today. In the first question, in 2 minutes or less, describe yourself. Touch on any community involvement.
Oh, well, as you said, my name's Marty Campbell. I'm running for Pierce County Council District Number 5. A little bit about myself. I actually grew up on a small farm outside Omaha, Nebraska. Ended up out here, and at age 22 started my first business. Was a video rental store in Tacoma, and then also a second business, a buy-sell trade CD store. And I did that for about 20 years. And through my leadership of being a small business owner and an entrepreneur, I got involved with the Stadium Business District, the Downtown Merchants Group. With the Downtown Merchants Group, I became chair of that after a couple years, and on to chair the Tacoma's Cross District Business Association, and that led to me running for Tacoma City Council. I finished up 8 years on Tacoma City Council this last spring, and realized that Rick Talbot was term limited out on the Pierce County Council. Sat down, had a conversation with him, and he said, you know, you've done a lot of good work representing the east side and south end of Tacoma, and felt that I'd be a good fit for what we need and the direction we're going with the Pierce County Council.
Why are you running for office?
Well, I think when we look at Pierce County Council, what we need is experienced leadership. We need someone who's been doing good work across the community. So when I represented the east side and south end of Tacoma, I was able to really help lift that district. When you look at the Lincoln Business District, that was one of our long neglected business districts. Just this week we reopened all 4 lanes and have new kind of remodeled the whole district, and you see storefronts that were vacant for 20 years now have businesses in them. And so really when I look at the 5th District, which includes Parkland, Spanaway, Summit, Waller, there's still a lot of vacant storefronts. And I love that entrepreneurial opportunity to help lift some of those storefronts.
What would you say is the most important issue in your race?
Most important issue in my race, or really to the residents of District 5, first would have to be public safety. It's an area where we've had some high instances of crime, and we need to make sure that we have a strategic plan to really address that. It's a little different as you move across the district. Part of it will be working with the City of Tacoma where it overlaps there, but also then making sure we're not just pushing issues back and forth, and making sure that we're addressing root causes of issues like homelessness, opioid epidemic, or other issues that are leading to crime. So we're not just in a response mode, but can actually get strategically ahead. Secondarily, I touched on economic development. How do we turn vacant storefronts in our neighborhoods back into small, locally owned businesses that help support the neighborhood and really are part of the neighborhood? You know, empty storefronts, they don't help on any way, shape, or form.
How specifically would you support the business community?
Oh, the business community. There are many ways. One is bringing the spirit of entrepreneurship that I brought, I think, to the city of Tacoma. One of the things that I was known for in the city of Tacoma was really looking at things through the small business lens. When we looked at in the state of Tacoma, we had a B&O tax, and they were all proud of themselves because they just raised the threshold of which you pay B&O from $12,000 to $75,000, saying that takes care of your small businesses. Well, $75,000 isn't even a small business. That's a hobby, you know. And one of the first things they did, we were able to raise the exemption up to $250,000, $300,000 actually with steps before you even start paying B&O tax. So you have an opportunity to get started. We did away with things like cabaret tax and some restrictions that said pawn shops couldn't be open on Christmas. You know, so some really cleaning up some of the small, just silly rules that we have that were impeding many businesses' ability to just do their job. As I touched on, I really like to work in the Parkland Spanaway corridor to reactivate that, fill those empty storefronts with locally owned businesses that are both part of the community but support the greater community around it, and really just listening and continuing to work with small businesses to make it a tremendous area.
Well, thank you for your time today, and thanks for coming down.
Well, thank you very much for having me here today.
All right.